Let's go, champ. It's the champ, Shannon the Cannon Briggs, and you're watching True School Sports. Let's go, champ.
I got you. Hall of Famers got you.
All right, Brennan Taylor here, True School Sports. I'm with my main man, King Bach, Ryan Jones. What's good, champ?
Nothing much, man. What's up with you?
I can't complain, man. It's always good to be at the Jungle Gym.
Yes, sir. Working hard, man. Getting ready.
Yeah, man. So I mean, I got to know you about 4 months ago when I sparred you and whatnot.
Yo.
Got Denzel
Yes,
Curry in
sir.
the background. Just for people out there that don't know you, could you tell them about just how you came to start boxing?
Yeah, man. I trained in Toronto, Canada with this legendary trainer named Adrian Turadescu, R.I.P. And he had a lot of big amateur fighters on the Olympic circuit because he used to be the coach for the USSR. And so he was also Lennox Lewis's Olympic coach.
Oh, wow.
So me being a big fan of Lennox Lewis, when I came back and first got into boxing and came to Toronto, I Googled, like, where's the best gym or where did Lennox Lewis train? Because I always heard that he was from where I'm from or whatever. And it led me to him. And then at that gym, that was my first, like, real boxing gym. It was a European style. Kind of wasn't my kind of fit, but just to be around a lot of world-class fighters. A good friend of mine, Arthur Birslanov. I think you was at his card, actually.
I was there, yeah.
Chechnya Wolf.
Yeah.
He trained with us, and I came in the gym when he was getting ready for the Olympics. So just to be around them guys and see how they train and saw what it takes was big for me. And I trained with a good friend of mine also who Orlando trained, named Ryan Robinson. And me and Ryan Robinson became pretty close, and I seen that he was training down in Miami with Coach. And I seen how Coach was training him, getting him ready, and you already know how he works.
Yeah, I know.
And I said, you know what? I'm an amateur at this point. I don't know if I'm going to fight professionally, but if I ever do, the only way I'm going to do it is if I'm training with Commander Zero down in Miami, because I seen how he was working. My friend, I was missing that regimented war type of preparation, and if I knew that if I ever wanted to have any confidence or any help to do it, I was going to be with him. So when COVID hit, I wasn't really sure what I was going to do. I was trying to find a way to train. I was building a gym in my house. I was doing whatever I could to stay in shape. And I was just going crazy. And I said, you know what? I'm not done yet. This is my opportunity. I tapped in with Coach. He said I could come down and work. And so I said, you know what? Let me come down here, train, and let me just get his opinion. You know, if he thinks I can fight professionally, then I'll fight professionally. If he says, you know what? You're good, but you can't do it and whatever, then I would respect that, because I just wanted I needed some sort of ending or a way for me to be
guidance.
like, all right, you know what, exactly, like I can rest assured I did what I did. I'm always gonna box in my life, but if he says I don't got no career, I can't do it or whatever, then I respect that, because I knew that, you know, I just valued what his opinion and everything, and here I am, man, you know, all this time later, getting ready to turn pro and have my debut, and that was a life dream of mine, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I'm literally living my dream. Every day I get to come train with him and train around these guys, meet people, meet you, build a whole new relationship out here, and I would have never believed that in a million years that in, 8 years, 9 years of me starting to fight that I could be doing this. So yeah, man.
Well, it goes to show you, man, if you have the right character, you can be a fighter.
Yeah, bro.
And you seem to have the right character.
For real, man. Like I said, and the good thing about me is, like, I don't get to show it all the time, but I like hard work. I like hard sparring. I'm not afraid to take my licks and to earn my shit the hard way. You know, I don't mind that at all, man. Like, I enjoy that much more than I enjoy being in a gym where you beat everybody and whatever. And like, I don't, like I say, man, I'm living my dream, and I never thought I would be able to do this. So I don't ever. I might have bad days in the gym, but I'm always like, man, I'm doing something that people would have never thought I could do, and I'm proving myself every single day. And if I have a bad day, I just work harder. And like I said, I just keep on going harder and harder and harder, bro. And you know what I mean? I dedicate myself, and whatever happens, happens. But I'm proud of myself for what I've been able to do so far, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, man.
I saw you spar one of my friends out there in Boca, my man, Dominique Francis.
Yeah, bro.
How was that?
Yeah, man, it was good. It was real good, bro. And you know what's crazy is I never really knew about him before I sparred, and we went to the gym because Uli was sparring one of his stablemates against Boswick, a big British
Jake Boswick,
yeah. And we was looking for some work or whatever, and like I had trained the whole week, had hard sparring, and I was like, this is my first real kind of test with Coach. And it was like towards the end of the week. And luckily, like I said, we was originally not going to spar, and then we were able to get some work, and at the end, Uli kind of like edged them into it, and they were down, and it was great work, man. It was great, especially for me, like being able to spar somebody of his pedigree, of his caliber, of his stature, and his experience, and it was really after the fact that I found out about like all his pedigree and stuff. And so, you know, it was a great experience. Dude was tough as shit, bro. Especially because I knew I had a little bit of weight on him at the time too. And like I said, I had no experience or whatnot, and he had that game. And like I came into the gym, you know, and dude look like a fucking bro. They was having their Kodak on. They was, you know, they look like intimidating somewhat. You know what I mean? Like they was here with the shits, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
And for me, like I said, this is my first time sparring at a different fucking gym out here and going up to places.
Uncomfortable environment.
Yeah, with coach and, you know, people watching. And like I said, like, I was just saying, you know what, fuck it, it's gonna be what it's gonna be, and it turned out great, bro. It was a great experience for me, and like that type of work gave me real confidence because we have been training in this little fucking ring.
Oh, I know. I almost fell out right over there one time.
We've been training in this little ring, brawling and shit, and then we go to this big ass ring. I'm fighting a slick boxer. I had only been fighting like kind of flat-footed, brawly dudes, so it was a completely different style of fighting. But no, man, it was unreal. Like we was even talking about, we got to try to get some more work in, man, because I was, hey, coach, when we was up in Boca.
What's that?
When we had that, we were getting, he knows Dominique. I was telling him how we got that great work in.
With Dominique Francis,
That was very good work.
Yeah, we see that.
Five-time national champion,
Yes,
undefeated
yeah.
pro.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. You know, you were on point as usual. You know, you made adjustments in that sparring, which you know, showed us that you're ready to take that pro plunge, you know, and take it to your first fight and get started. So yeah,
It's a great experience. Our first, like I say, kind of like, you know, like going into kind of battle and, you know,
Yeah.
and yeah.
Definitely a test.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna get in there myself, so I want to see what it's
bro,
about
yeah,
myself.
Bro,
So
yeah, bro, for sure, man. But yeah, man, like I say, like, I'm blessed, bro. Like, where I'm from in Toronto, it's locked down. People can't do anything. Like I say, bro, like, every day, like, even my worst day here is I'm living a dream, bro. You know what I mean? And, like, that's why I try to put myself in uncomfortable situations and try to grow and, you know, take these experiences with me, and whatever comes of it, comes of it. But like I said, bro, I would have never believed that I'd be able to do this. You know, so.
you want me in the interview? You can be in it.
Yeah, put him in it, bro. That's a star.
What's up, Denzel? You got some nice gloves on there, Denzel. With the roses. Okay, Denzel. He's a man of few words. He's a strong, silent type.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So like for people that don't really know, they're getting to know you now. But like, how would you describe like your style of fighting for someone who just first watches you?
I think I'm like an athletic fighter. I like to box, but I definitely think I'm finding my niche more so in sitting down and kind of and banging to the body. I love to go to the body. I love to break guys to the ribs. Coach gets on me all the time because I be fucking up his money. Every time he brings a guy in here, they try to get me to wear 22s now and say I can't go to the body and da da da.
I never had 22s.
Yeah. But I would say I would describe my style as kind of ruthless aggression, but also I feel like I got a strong jab, and I'm a dog. But I also kind of feel like I'm discovering myself more and more as I go along. And I like I say, I like to move and be athletic, but I like to sit down and bang. But I don't like to take unnecessary shots and just kind of go into wars. But I definitely come forward. And I'm definitely looking to land a big shot, big explosive type of shot. I would say. You know.
I remember the day I got home and I was telling my dad about sparring you. I'm like, just strong, sturdy Canadian dude. Just strong and sturdy.
Yeah. And man, that was right at the beginning when I first got here too. Like I said, I've been really making adjustments. Like for me, from the amateurs. When I was in the amateurs, I was a very athletic, fast-minded kid. So I would kind of be going fucking crazy and not sitting down on my shots. And you know, I could probably finish all my amateur fights and stop guys if I just had the right technique. But because I was just going crazy, I would gas out, and I wasn't settled down. So I've been kind of settling down a lot more, finding myself a lot more, controlling myself a lot more, composing myself. And it's really just a progression of different kind of trainers. I trained for a little bit with this guy, Billy Briscoe.
Yeah, from Philadelphia.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to train with him when he was in Toronto a few times, working with my guy Lee Baxter, who's another big promoter that trains a lot of guys. And he taught me so much just again about being calm and being composed. And if you know Billy, you know he's a fucking genius.
Yeah, very analytical guy.
Yeah, and how he approaches boxing and everything. And so soaking in information from him and then working on it from a bunch and then soaking in from all these guys really helped me develop a style. And then more than anything as well, just dedicating my life and getting in the type of shape, because you can know how to do a lot of things, but if you're not in physical shape to do it in the ring, it doesn't really matter. So for me, man, like like I said, I'm a work in progress. How I would say, because I have an idea of how I want to fight, and more so just my ability to execute what I want to do every single day in the ring comes from just my continued work in progress on it, man.
Well, you seem very focused, man. So I wouldn't be surprised one day if like you start progressing really well. And
Yeah, man.
maybe you're fighting at the Air Canada Center
Oh,
one day.
facts, 100%, bro. Like I said, that's my dream, man. And like I said before, I would have never thought, like when I first started boxing, I did it because I love boxing, and I was like approaching it with whatever happens, man. When I was even thinking about going pro, first I just wanted to box. Then I'm like, you know what, let me get a fight. Then it just led to the next fight, and then like I said, man, I remember running on the treadmill, like running at my place here after my first amateur fight, and being like so proud of myself, and being like, man, you really did that shit. And now I run every day on that same treadmill, getting ready for this shit, and I'm like, man, who would have thought? After, because I could remember like it was yesterday, my first fight running on this treadmill, and now I'm here running on this treadmill for this. And like I say, man, like it just, I'm working harder and harder. Coach was training Jean Pascal, working with him for a bit. I met Jean Pascal in Canada because he had a good friend of mine who was a mutual friend. And when I was, again, in the amateurs with 2-3 fights, and I'm like, yo, Jean, how do you get your legs strong? Because I love Jean because he was always conditioned, Montreal Canadian fighter. And then flash forward, I'm in Miami. Coach is like, you want to come train with Jean Pascal and work with these guys? I'm like, hell yeah. And I'm training alongside guys that I was, idolizing. So for me, it's like, that's what boxing is for me, man. It's like, it's put me in all these positions and giving me so much that I'm gonna just taking risks and doing what I do, bro. But like I said, every day, like, I'm grateful, and I couldn't have been happier no matter what happens, bro. Just like what boxing has provided for me, man, and just showing me what's possible, man.
Yeah, I know the feeling, man.
Yeah, bro, I know you do. Yeah. Like I say, bro, I love your work, and your approach and your mentality, everything is the same thing, bro. Just be grateful and thankful and work hard.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
All right, well, Ryan, I'm gonna end the interview, but before I end it, is there any message you want to give out there to the boxing world and people that are watching the interview?
Yeah, man. Believe in yourself, man, and don't let anybody tell you that you can't do something, or that you're not built for something, or that because you come from this place or that place, you don't belong, or you can't be a fighter, or whatever the case may be, man. And just keep on working hard every single day, man. And no matter what, just don't give up. Just keep working, and use those bad days as fuel for the next day, man. And just stay tuned, bro. Because like I said, I'm not done yet, and I'm gonna use my journey like to motivate whoever I can motivate, and even if it's one person, man, it's worth it to me. So. Right. Yeah, man.
So there you have it, man. Ryan Jones, King Rock, a.k.a. the Fire Hydrant.
A.k.a. Mr. Jones,
Mr. Jones, the fighting part of Toronto, Canada. Thank you for talking to True School Sports.
Thank you so much,
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you.